You're He's a Mormon. It's just Buck Mormon.
My grandmother just gets really weird when she sees videos of me. My name is Buck Nasty.
It's like, what the hell? How dare you?
Oh shit, it's so dark I can't see it.
No, wait. No, it was interesting. I was listening. It was really creepy. Well, first I'd like to start. This place is truly awesome. Yeah, give it up for all the performers tonight. What's so funny is I ordered a tea, and I'm going to talk about y'all a little bit back there, just a little bit. I ordered a tea and a baklava, and she brought over the tea and the baklava, and I'm trying to pour the tea, and there's no water in the kettle. But the funny thing about it is I did it like 3 times, and I looked in the kettle, and I was like, oh, maybe it's a trick kettle. Maybe if I tap it and rub it, because it was one of those like expensive looking kettles. So I wasn't sure. So I kept looking inside the kettle, and finally everybody's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know how to get to the water in the kettle. And they're like, ask her for some damn water. That's how you get. Anyway, cool. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks. You know, my name is Buck, and this is my Black History hair, Rufus. Thank you. Give it up for Rufus. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I normally start out by saying I'm the 13th black person from Visalia. Thank you very much for having me. Because there's only 13, we have meetings every second Tuesday outside of Winco. You guys are welcome to join us. When I moved to Visalia 3 years ago, it was kind of funny because my job transferred me to the area. And I feel like a lounge singer. If only you know what I mean? So when my job transferred me down here, I ended up buying a house in Visalia. Yes, and I'm also a black homeowner in Visalia. Yes, thank you. Thank you. There's only 13 of us. I've got good credit. So, just completely an oxymoron for the Central Valley. So I found a nice little house, and I bought it, and it was pretty cool. And when I went to Winco, I noticed I didn't see very many African Americans or Cuban Americans, whatever. And I saw one African lady coming out of the grocery store. And she looked at me, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and I looked at her, and we ran up to each other, and we held hands like this. And she's like, the meeting's out on Tuesday. And I was like, I'll be there. She said, bring chicken and potato salad. Which leads me into my next thing. How many of you guys have ever snuck in food in the theater? Yeah. Okay, so it's just more than Black History Month. It's obviously Multicultural Month, because you know what? Hi, how you guys doing? Come on in. Come on in. Come on back in. Yeah, we're out there smoking weed. Look at you. With your tax return. He's like, I just got my tax return. He's smoking weed. Growing up in a quasi-Afro-Caribbean household, it was mandatory that every time you went to the Dollar Theater, that your grandmother snuck food into the theater. My grandmother has the largest purse in America. And I don't know how she would pull the food out, and it's hot, it's still steaming. I think she has a microwave still in there, you know what I mean? She had an old Mexican lady making tacos inside her purse. It was a beautiful purse. We call it the black hole. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my grandmother would be frying chicken from in her purse. She's like, Granny, do you have any hot sauce? Hold on, baby. Granny, do you have any flautas in there? Hold on, baby. Little Mexican lady inside her purse making flautas. It's beautiful. She works really hard. But that was just so awesome. And that's back when movies were only like $2. Now, when you go to the theater, and especially if you go to the theater at Edwards Mall or you go somewhere, it's $75 just to see the movie, $62.50 just to order some popcorn, a hot dog, and some candy. Is anybody good at math in here? No, there's no Asians in here. Asian History Month is on.
He was here.
Is in May. Okay. Basically, what that comes to. Thank you. What'd you say, sir? $137 to see The Hobbit. That's what I spent. Wow. Now I understand why people go in the movie shooting. To Too soon? Was that too soon? Was that too soon? Was that too soon? Everybody got that shit late. They were like, because you know there were warning symbols when you go into a theater. At any point, if you see anyone wearing Kevlar in the movie theater, get the hell out of the movie theater. At what point when you see tear gas, everyone's like, oh shit, this 3D is, oh my goodness. They got smoke and shit in here? This is virtual. Look at all this. At what point did that seem wrong to anybody? Get the hell out of the theater. We're going to talk about some other stuff too, because I'm sure you guys are up on current events and the news. 3 days ago, an old man hijacked a bus in Alabama. Crazy. And he said, you know what? I'm not getting off this bus, but I need a hostage. He took a 5-year-old boy, went to his property, and he's 15 feet underground in his fully fortified bunker. And everyone's like, this is terrible. He kidnapped a child. This is, and you know, everybody, all the neighbors, of course, everyone has a story. That's the old man when you walk across his property, he tells you he wants to shoot you for walking on his grass. But no one highlighted why the fuck, can I say fuck in here? Oh yeah, thank you. I'm the 13th black person from my city, thank you. Why the fuck, let's analyze why he has a fully furnished bunker on his property. What's he afraid of? What is he afraid of? Tell me, what's he afraid of? That was a question. He's afraid of minorities living in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? That's like being afraid of the Underground Railroad, because, you know, I wouldn't have been a good slave. I wouldn't have been a good slave, and we're going to talk about this for a few minutes. The reason why I would not have been a good slave is because the minute I was hit with the whip, I would have been like, I'm going to need workers' comp or something. The minute Harriet Tubman was like, hey, we got to hit the Underground Railroad, I'd have been like, where is this old bitch and why? I don't see a train. I don't want to sit in coach. You know what I'm saying? You think you're going to New York, this bitch walks you to Ohio. Who is she, Sacagawea? You know what I'm saying? Why are we getting lost in the Underground Railroad? And was it really underground? I'm just saying. Where was it? You know. I've only got a couple more lame-ass jokes and then I'm getting out of here so my brother can get on here just a little bit. I do want to leave you with this. Have you guys ever heard that pop song by Carly Jaspin? Just Call Me Baby? It goes, Carly Rae. Yeah, it goes like this. Boom, hey, I just met you. And baby, here's my number. Call me maybe. And cut. She's a stalker. Think about it. This is what the song really says. Hey, I've been watching you, and I'm real crazy. Here's my number, or I'll stab you, baby. And all the other boys run away from me. Here's my number, or I'll cut you, baby. Before you came into my life, I stalked you so bad. And you should know that before you came into my life, I stalked you so bad. And you should know that bitch is hiding behind dumpsters stalking people writing songs about it. And then the dude ended up being gay, and then she was confused. At what point, y'all saw the video, he is in a Dago and some booty shorts cutting the grass. I don't know if that wasn't an indicator. Yeah. Hey, I just met you. Here's my number. Call me maybe. After you stalk someone for 3 weeks hiding behind dumpsters and shit, it's not call me, it's we're going out. You know what I'm saying? To a $200 movie and I better get some. My buddy that's a real creepy comic once told me, what is the fastest way to a woman's heart? Through her ribcage. Chopper. So I've been married for a long time. Ow! Yeah, she braided out my afro, the hair is detachable. And she sets me up with real dumb shit, you know what I mean? Like, oh, isn't Lori's baby cute? And you're like, oh my God, Lori's baby's ugly. You know what I mean? Like, or her friends, like she's got this one friend named Lori that has an ugly baby, a terrible marriage, and she's a terrible person. Like her spirit is terrible. You know what I'm saying? If you found what's worse than worse? Lori. You know what I mean? Like she's just terrible. And like you want to like her. Like I try to like her and I feel bad for her husband because he's Irish, she's Scandinavian, and their baby's brown. You know what I mean? And he's under the impression that it's his baby. You know? But he gives you that look like that's not my baby. And you're like, we know that's not your baby. You know? Not to mention when the baby was born, and this is the last story. When the baby, that's why you got to beat your kids. When the baby was born, we were out shopping and we saw them, and you know how people get carried away. They've got these crazy strollers with the iPod attachments to it, and it's got this little thing for like emergency chips if your blood sugar gets low from pushing that big ass stroller. You know what I mean? Place to put your bags and all this other stuff. And then the plastic, because I was in Chicago, the plastic covers the top of the stroller because it's so cold. So we see them, and I'm like, hey, yo, what's going on? They're like, hey, what's going on? And my wife, Myra, she starts that bullshit. Oh, is that the little man? And she's like, yeah, he's growing. She's like, let me see. And so she takes 20 minutes to lift up this big-ass cellophane thing over the baby. And this was like the Cadillac of strollers. This stroller was like 12 feet long. She pops in,